Okay, so this is going to be a short food haul. Since I go grocery shopping twice a week and I cook twice a week, I try to focus on only buying, for the most part, what I'm going to be using for the next few days. I actually feel like it helps me cut down on waste because I don't just buy things to have around. So this first few things I bought from Walmart, I'm trying these Italian sausages for the very first time, and you'll see me cook those later. And then I have some organic chicken. I'm going to use this to make my chicken soup. I decided to go with thigh fillets this time instead of chicken breasts because I figured it would be more juicy, and since I'm going to be eating this for like 4 days in a row, I think it'll just taste better. I'm out of turmeric, so I got some more turmeric. And then one thing that I do when I'm trying to get in more water is that I splurge and I buy my favorite water. So Evian is my favorite water. It's normally so expensive, I don't buy it very often. But right now, Walmart has it literally $4 cheaper than it normally is for these 1 liter bottles. So I've been stocking up on these. So I actually bought 3. I'm just showing you the one that I have here. So I'm going to try to drink 2 of these a day. And since it's my favorite water, it makes it a little bit easier for me to drink it. So that's all I bought from Walmart. Now I went to Sprouts. So I bought some riced cauliflower because I'm going to make some risotto. This is the protein shakes that I like from Sprouts, so I just picked up a couple of these because sometimes they're on sale, so when they're on sale I buy more. They're not really on sale right now, so I only bought 2. I got some portobello mushrooms, some decaf coffee. This is one of the brands that I really like. Some prosciutto that I will have for breakfast, celery for my chicken soup, and some parsley. I don't usually buy fresh parsley. I usually just use dried parsley, but I decided to splurge and put the real thing in my soup today. And then some diced onion. Sometimes I dice up my own onion and sometimes I buy it already sliced, and so yeah, I decided that this time I'm just going to be lazy. So that is my little meal prep. Next, I will show you what I'm making with these things. That was my meal, my food haul, and next I will show you my meal prep. Okay, so I'm about to start making some chicken vegetable soup. I'm using my homemade bone broth here. This has been in the freezer. I thawed it out. I already poured 1 jar in here, and then here is the other jar. And then I'm going to, after this comes to a boil, I'm going to be adding in these chicken thighs so that they can cook in this bone broth liquid. Okay, so I do have the chicken poaching in this liquid. I did add a cup of just plain water to it, just so I can make sure that there's enough liquid in here for it to be soup. So now I'm getting my skillet ready here because now I'm going to do the other ingredients. Let me show you what I have over here on my cutting board. So I just chopped up some celery. I have some mixed vegetables. These were frozen. I always keep these in my freezer. My onion and my parsley. So turmeric, ginger, and a bay leaf. So really I'm just going to saute up these onions. I'm going to saute up the celery. I'm going to add in the mixed vegetables. And then I'm going to take the chicken out of the pot. After I saute these, add those in there, put the chicken back in, put the spices in, put the parsley in, and then I have soup. So I sauteed the onions first, and then I added in the celery and sauteed that for a while, and then I added in the mixed vegetables. All I had left in that bag was 1.5 cups, and so I went ahead and that's all I'm going to use. So this is about 1 cup of celery, 1.5 cups of vegetables, and 1/3 of a cup of onions. And I just wanted them to get a nice roasted flavor before they go into my cooking liquid. So this is the bone broth. I just pulled the chicken thighs out of there. So I'm going to cut these up. I'm about to add my vegetables to this, and then I'm going to add my spices in here. Okay, so I added the vegetables in here, and my bay leaf, and a big handful of the parsley. And then I just added 1 teaspoon of the turmeric and 1 teaspoon of the ginger. So right now this smells really good. I'm going to weigh the chicken and then chop it up. I was going to add the chicken back into the soup, but I think what I'm going to do, because I want to know how much chicken I'm eating, I'm going to put the chicken in my bowls and then pour this soup on top of it. This just smells so good. This is the finished product. I weighed the chicken and then I divided it up into 4 servings, so it ended up being about 2.3 ounces of chicken. I put that in the bottom of each container, and then I scooped in the vegetables, and then I poured in the liquid. And so yeah, I'm going to be eating this tonight for dinner and then for the next 3 days. It really does smell really good. Okay, so when I first took this soup out of the freezer, my intentions for this week was that I was going to have soup for lunch and soup for dinner. But when I saw just how thick this cauliflower mushroom soup is, I really didn't think that I was going to be able to eat that, because it's going to be like baby food and I don't feel like torturing myself. So instead I'm going to use it to kind of make like a risotto dish. So I have some mushrooms and some onions, which I'm going to saute up with the cauliflower. And then I'm going to use this as the liquid that it's kind of in. And then I'm going to take this sausage out of the casings and put the sausage in there. So it's going to be a cauliflower mushroom sausage risotto. Like, once again, I'm just making this up. I just need to decide if I'm going to use 3 of these sausages or 4 of these sausages. I'm going to make 4 servings because this is quite a bit of soup. So yeah, I will saute these up in a skillet and I'll get back to you. Okay, so I sauteed up the sausage, and now I'm using the same skillet for the onions and the mushrooms. So I sauteed the onions a little bit, and now I just added the mushrooms in here. I have the sausage draining on a paper towel. So this is going to sit here. I went ahead and just used 3 sausages. Now I'm going to cook this until the mushrooms get wilted. And then I'm going to add in my cauliflower. So I actually decided that I am going to cook the cauliflower separately. I'm going to cook 2 cups of cauliflower because I'm going to divide this into 4 servings, so that'll be about 1/2 cup per serving. Here are my mushrooms and onions. So yeah, I'm going to cook this cauliflower first, and then I'm going to pour the soup in here, and then cook the mushrooms and onions on top of it. So of course I realize now that I have way too much soup, so I only used 1 container. I poured it in here with the cauliflower, and I added a little bit of water because you can see this is very thick. And I'm going to let this cook some more so that the cauliflower gets all tender before I add everything else in here. So this is the final product. This has the mushrooms and the onions and the sausage. I don't know why it won't, looks like it's not clear, but look how delicious this is. Wow, yummy. Now I'm going to divide this up into several servings. It might be more than 4 servings. Okay, it turned out to be about 6.5 ounces in each one of these containers. Now normally I couldn't eat that much, but because this is mostly vegetables, because I have found when I eat cauliflower rice I can eat a lot of it. So this doesn't have a lot of protein in it at all. It's only 3 sausages divided up into 4 servings. So I'm pretty sure that I will be able to eat this serving, and if there's a little bit left, I'll eat it as a snack.